They're researchers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. As part of the EURAXESS Services Network and EURAXESS Worldwide webinar series, we are presenting to you today a topic which is part of a bigger umbrella of topics focusing on how to do a PhD in Europe. Today, we are going to talk about Hungary. Our speakers and experts on the topic today are Viktoria Lilla Pato and Attila Farkas. I would like to give them a very warm welcome and introduce them briefly. Viktoria is the Vice President for Foreign Affairs at the Association of Hungarian PhD and DLA candidates and international expert on artificial intelligence at Digital Success Program, Hungary. From 2020, she works as an associate researcher in European digitalization and science development at the University of Public Service Europe Strategy Research Institute. Attila works for Tempus Public Foundation for 4 years now. The Tempus Public Foundation is responsible for outgoing and incoming scholarship programs in Hungary. As a coordinator, he's responsible for incoming students within the framework of the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program. Thank you very much for being here with us. And now I would like to turn the floor or the screen to you. Viktoria, Attila, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Viktoria, and thank you for this exceptional opportunity for EURAXESS to be here and be presented. I think that the digital sphere can connect us and help, and it helps us to be more visible online. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm going to present the like an overview of the PhD education in Hungary, and also then I'm going to say a couple of words about the association that I'm representing, the Association of Hungarian PhD and DLA candidates. This presentation is for you if you are not living in Hungary, but you have some question marks in your mind and you have some willingness to do the research and also an openness to come to another country than your mother country and to do the PhD and to deliver high quality research. So this presentation is for you. I hope that I can contribute to your choice, and also I hope that I can welcome you in Budapest or in Hungary soon in the next couple of years. Next slide, please. So how I mentioned in the first part, I'm going to present a bit the Hungarian PhD system. The new system started in 2016, and we have 4 years to finish the PhD and to present the dissertation. In the first 2 years, we have more courses we have to study, but also, of course, to do the research according to the dissertation topic. But we have courses taught by professors in each PhD program or university. And after the 2 years, we have the complex exam, the comprehensive exam, in another word, and we have to present our research progress, and also we have some essays and questions that we have to answer there according to our research field. In the second term, let's say, in the next 2 years, we have the researching period when we can focus only on doing our research according to the PhD, but also we can teach at the universities. For internationals, according to my experience, it's a bit harder to get in the system and to teach at the university, but it depends actually on the supervisor if they provide you the opportunity, but also it depends on the university itself or the PhD program where you are going to apply, if they have this obligation to teach at the university, or if they have the opportunity that they can provide you with. I'm not going to talk about the scholarships in details because Attila has the duty to do so, but I would like to underline and mention 2 programs that can give you extra financial support while you are doing your research, your PhD in Hungary. The one is the Cooperative Doctoral Program. It's a brand new initiative. The Ministry for Innovation and Technology launched it 2 years ago. And this program is only for those who already won the scholarship for a PhD, but they can have an additional financial support and an additional supervisor, mainly from the private sector, but also it can be from the public sector too. So this PhD candidate who won the cooperative doctoral program will have an extra financial support, but also two supervisors to have their research progress. And the other is the new National Excellence Program. You can apply for a half year or a 1 year long research period with a topic or a research plan that differs from your PhD, but of course it can complement your PhD research as well. And you can have extra financial support within this program to go on conferences, to do research in another country, and also to buy some equipment that you need for your research. Next slide, please. The question is how to choose a PhD program. I present Hungarian PhD programs on an international level sometimes. I did it last with the help of the New Generation Center. I presented the Hungarian PhD programs to students who would like to apply for PhD in the United Kingdom, and I had some questions from them. So my answers are here because I think that these questions would interest you the most. So the number of internationals is increasing right now. We can see this phenomenon, and I'm delighted to experience this because I think it's really important to have a more internationalized scientific community in Hungary. But also I have to mention that we have different requirements at the universities according to the PhD programs. So you have to keep it in your mind, and you have to read carefully the application description. Also, I have to say that you don't need to have experience in Hungarian higher education system, so it's not needed to study in Hungary before. Although it can be an advantage when you apply because maybe you know better the city or the university where you would like to go to deliver the research, but it's not a requirement. Also, I would like to say that you have to select your supervisor wisely. That means that when you apply for a PhD or you're starting to look at the PhD programs in Hungary, I recommend you to do some research on the eligible professors where you can apply for this program. Or to whom you can apply for the PhD program. And I also recommend to read some of their publications because it's important that your research interest should be in line with these professors' these scientific disciplines and also research interests, because that way they can help you the most. Also, it's important to contact the coordinators at the university before applying to be able to know all the details of the program and to make your best choice when it comes to the supervisor, the university, the scientific area. So it's important that all the universities and all the PhD programs have coordinators, so contact them. You can reach them easily by the university's website. Also, when you start your PhD and you want this scholarship, I recommend you to read your PhD contract carefully, your scholarship contract carefully as you would read an employment contract, because it's really important that you have to know your duties and you have to know the requirements. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to finish the course because we have only 4 years, and it's really important to keep the line and to be very prompt and organized and to have a timetable for for publications and for writing the articles and also for writing the dissertation. And the other thing is that I think it's really important to be connected. What does that mean? You see here a picture about a tower. I found it as an ivory tower. I think that nowadays researchers do not have to live in an ivory tower. We can be connected and we can have united forces to deliver the research, to publish together, to get in touch with each other, and to help also the frustration that the PhD, like a PhD courses, sometimes they have this frustration effect because you're never done, and if you're a maximalist, it's really hard to read everything and to write everything. So I think it's important to be connected. Next slide, please. And how can you be connected in Hungary? After presenting briefly the Hungarian PhD system, I'd like to present you our association, because this association was founded 27 years ago and it gained its legitimacy from the National Assembly of Hungary. So we are representing Hungarian PhD candidates, PhD and DLA candidates in Hungary, but not only those who are Hungarians, as they have the nationality of being Hungarian, but also those who are currently delivering research or following a PhD program in Hungary. So we are representing you as well. So it's important to contact us when you arrive here and to be in touch with the community, because we can help you. And how can we help you? We are trying to advocate your interests. We are organizing community building and scientific events. And also we had a brand new initiative 2 years ago, and we have the first year of the DOS ambassador system. And I'm going to talk about this system a bit later, because I think it's important for international candidates to know about this system and to know who you should or you can contact when you arrive to Hungary. You can see some pictures here because DOS is an important stakeholder of these associations or institutions like the Hungarian Accreditation Committee, the Ministry for Innovation and Technology, Tempus Foundation as well. We have a cooperation agreement with Tempus Foundation to help you. And also we are the part of EURADOC, which is the European PhD Council, and we have a lot more stakeholders, but I mentioned here also the Hungarian Rectors Conference. So we have strong connection with them, and we are communicating with them whenever we have an issue or a problem what we have to address for these stakeholders. You can see a picture here about our organization, like an organigram. But what I wanted to underline here is we have 22 scientific departments covering Hungary, so all the territory. We have researchers or PhD candidates from all the universities of Hungary, and you can join these scientific departments too, but you can join the DOS ambassador system. Next slide, please. DOS in numbers, yeah, it can be important. So we have mainly 2 national events, a scientific event, what is the Spring Wind Conference, and we are going to have the 25th edition next year. So we are organizing it on a yearly basis. And also we have mainly for freshmen, but also for those who are interested to joining us for community building events. We have the so-called DOS Fest at the beginning of September when you arrive to Hungary. We have 500 active young researchers in the system, but we see that we have 12,000 PhD candidates in Hungary that we have to, whom interest we have to advocate. Next slide, please. So what about the DOS ambassador system? How I mentioned before, we we started the system in this year, and we have 16 ambassadors from 16 different countries, mostly from outside Europe. And these ambassadors, you can see some picture here. We are organizing workshops and community building events, and we are training them to how to contact the embassies accredited to Hungary, how to contact their countries of origin, nationals in Hungary or their national institutions, and also how to organize events for building your community here. And you can apply for this DOS ambassador position once you got into a PhD program in Hungary, but also you can contact your ambassadors. Of course, it's the initial year for the ambassadorship, but we received more than 50 applications for the ambassador position, and we selected 16 DOS ambassadors. So there was a great competition, and I hope that you are going to be the part of it next year. If the organizers are going to share the slides, you can watch some videos as well, but you can also follow our YouTube channel. Next slide, please. Yeah, this is a picture about our last workshop in Debrecen. So not organizing only in Budapest, in the capital, but in other cities as well in Hungary. And you can see that everybody is smiling, so it's a really great community. And whenever you decide to come to Hungary and you get into the system, just contact us. Thank you very much. Next slide. So thank you for your attention. If you have any question, do not hesitate to write me via this email address. Also, you can follow our work on our website, what you can see here, but we are presented on Facebook, YouTube channel, in Instagram, and also on LinkedIn as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you for this great introduction to Viktoria. My name is Attila Farkas, and as Viktoria says, I'm working for Tempus Public Foundation. And during the next few minutes, I will talk about the international environment in Hungary and some great scholarship opportunities. Let's see. First of all, let's talk about a little bit Hungary. So Hungary is located in Central Europe, and it has a population about almost 10 million people. You should know that the international student environment is very vibrant here. A lot of incoming students came here to study Hungary. And the reason is that the European degree is the key to a global job market, which are able to earn here in Hungary. Hungary is a big hub for international students from all over the world. And also you should know that compared to other Western European countries, it is much more cheap to live here in Hungary, and also the education is cheaper compared to other European, Western European countries. And because of the European Union's, all of the degrees which issued by the Hungarian universities are accepted within all of the European Union. This is an important thing. So during the next two slides, I would like to talk about a little bit the international environment. So we had a research among the PhD students, and the results are on the screen. The question was, what was the most important reason to choose Hungary compared to other Central European countries? As you can see on the screen, the top three was to acquire knowledge, work with outstanding scientists, and because of the future career opportunities. Also, there is a huge difference between other countries and Hungary to get access training and educational opportunities. The other question was that we asked visitors and researchers and PhD students that based on their experience, would you choose Hungary again if there was an opportunity? And more than 60% of the PhD students and researchers says that it is likely and very likely to choose Hungary again. And also their institution was very satisfactory for them because there were the same numbers. About 60% of the respondents says that they would choose again their institution. And I have two interesting numbers about the internationalization and international PhD students. So in the 2021, the number of international PhD students increased by 8% compared to 2020, and also the rate of the international PhD students is about almost 30%. So every third person among the PhD students is an international student. So how can you study here in Hungary? Of course, you can become a fee-paying student, get a full degree here. You can choose between more than 1,000 study programs in English, German, or other language. We have 66 universities and colleges, and one of the best price and value ratio in Europe. But I have two offers for you, which I would like to talk about it. The first opportunity for you, if you don't want to pay money for your education, is the Hungarian Diaspora Scholarship Program. This program is for the students who has a Hungarian ancestor abroad. So if your grandparents are Hungarians or your parents, you should apply for this program and you are able to study here in Hungary as a scholarship holder. And the next opportunity is the Stipendium Hungaricum program. Let's see some details about the Stipendium Hungaricum program. The Stipendium Hungaricum program is funded by the Hungarian government in 2013, and this program is based on bilateral agreements between the countries. This scholarship is for international students, incoming students, and you can use this scholarship for partial studies, 1 semester or 2 semesters, or for full degree studies to earn a degree, a PhD degree here in Hungary, and also for bachelor and master degrees as well. There are only one application period in every year, and our application surface is already open. And for the next academic year, which will start in next September, the application deadline will be 15th of January. So after the presentation, please check out our website and bear in mind that the deadline will be 15th of January. So one call for application for the master's, bachelor programs, and the other call for application for doctoral programs. You are able to choose among 30 universities here in Hungary. And also I mentioned in my presentation that this program is based on bilateral agreements, and we have these agreements over more than 80 countries. So your countries probably include in the scholarship program. Even if you are from Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, these are our partner countries from the Southern American region. And from that region, 90% of the countries is our partner. So please check out our website after the presentation. And within this program, you will be able to choose more than 100 doctoral schools here in Hungary. Let's see the allowances in this slide. So with the Stipendium Hungaricum Scholarship Program, you don't have to pay any tuition for the institution. So we provide you a tuition-free education, first of all. Moreover, you will have a monthly stipend according to legislation, which is about, in a doctoral level, about 400 or $500 during your studies. As Viktoria mentioned, the doctoral programs are 4 years long, and the first 2 years is about the preparing for the thesis, and the second 2 year is about the thesis writing. So that is why you will have a different amount of scholarship during the 4 years. Also, you will have a free dormitory during your stay, and if the university is not able to provide you a dormitory, then you will have a contribution to your accommodation. You will receive a medical insurance, of course, and we also have different student services such as intercultural assistance, mentoring system, and we also have an alumni system. You will have access to the institution library, and also every service which is provided to the Hungarian students, you will also have that. So there is no difference between the international students and the Hungarian students. Let's see some details about the application process. So we only need every document to upload to our online system. You don't need to send us hard copies. You will find our online system in our website, which I show you later. But first of all, the most important documents is your CV, your motivation letter. A well-written motivation letter is very important during the application. Your previous certificates and your previous diplomas as well. And for PhD applicants, one of the most important documents is your research plan, because based on your research plans, you will be evaluated by the professors, and also you must attach letters of recommendation as well. And as I mentioned in the beginning of my presentation, this scholarship program is based on bilateral agreements. This means that you need to check that your country's ministry requirements, because every country has a different requirements, and you need to have a nomination from your countries, and that is why it is important that check their website as well. Here you can see our application surface. I believe it is a very user-friendly surface. This is the website where you can upload your documents. So thank you for your attention. Please visit our website, and if you have any question, you can contact by email or by our Facebook page as well. And also, you can find information about EURAXESS on their website, and if you if you have any questions about EURAXESS, please contact them on their email address as well, or in their Facebook page as well. Thank you for your attention.
There, Viktoria, there, Attila, thank you so much for this presentation, for bringing to our researchers across the world what does it mean to do a PhD in Hungary, to bring closer the research infrastructure, or especially the infrastructure of the universities that you have in that beautiful country. I've been there many times, and I would definitely recommend to everyone to apply and take up this opportunity of doing a PhD in Hungary. So thank you again very much for your contribution, for your presentation, and I wish you a very nice rest of your day. Thank you and goodbye.